Let the adventures begin into the belly of the beast.
If what you're looking for is real loving, then what you see is what you get.
Oh yeah, as Elon Musk is on a tear, not just through baby mamas, but with the U.S. federal government, as soon there might even be a live stream with him going into the gold reserves at Fort Knox. All of this as he just discovered trillions with a T, of money that is not allocated, that is not accounted for. What in the world is going on here? As, of course, there's a lot of questions left to be answered here, as a lot of people are expecting this sight to soon unfold for the American people, with Elon Musk and his team of autist super soldiers going to Fort Knox to audit if the gold is actually there. Now, this is something that Rand Paul has been trying to do for over 10 years, and he actually had a tour schedule. He describes this on a recent Fox News interview, which I thought was fascinating, as, of course, this is something that he's been trying to do for a long time, and almost every step of the way, the federal government has stopped him from doing this.
About 10 years. During the first Trump administration, I got permission. You have to get permission all the way up to the Secretary of Treasury. And then the Secretary of Treasury said, well, I want to go down there too. And then he said, I want to go down there when the eclipse is coming through Kentucky too, so I can see the eclipse and the gold at the same time. But they came when I wasn't there. So I tried for 10 years. I set up the appointment. And then because they wanted to see the eclipse, they changed the appointment. I didn't get to go down. But the Secretary of Treasury and the senior senator from Kentucky did go down and attest that they believe they saw the gold down.
Do you trust them? Well, the Secretary of Treasury, especially under the previous role, hasn't been the most transparent. And we kind of got a purview why, as Elon just exposed what the Treasury is doing behind our backs. That's a major deal. But before going into that, again, this is monumental. This is big. Now, what will we find out at Fort Knox? That's the larger question here. Will there actually be gold? Will there be counterfeits? Will there be Tuscan that is just painted and gold plated there? Well, I hope Elon finds out and doesn't just take a look. I hope there's a deeper dive, a deeper investigation into the larger kind of financial crimes that he is uncovering, as there's a lot of fraud, there's a lot of corruption, there's a lot of abuse from high-ranking government members of the bureaucracy and deep state that have essentially been filling their own coffers and screwing over the American people. Now, the fact that there might actually be a live stream, because that's what the people demanded. I've demanded live streams in Washington, D.C. for so long, only to truly present larger transparent efforts here, because I think Elon understands here that if he goes down there and he's like, oh, yeah, it's there, unless people actually see it, they're going to be like, no, Elon was bought off here. A lot of naysayers out there. All the naysayers that were actually proven wrong. Never admitted they were wrong, by the way, especially when they were coming after me and attacking me, saying, no way Donald Trump is going to keep his campaign promises. He is, and he's actually even doing more than he promised for the American people, which overall I think is a major win-win and benefit for everyone, especially since now the U.S. national debt clock, which is at $36.4 trillion. This is huge. This is absolutely insane. Now features a clock on it that shows you how much DOGE just saved the American taxpayers. Charlie Kirk points out here, there's over $110 billion saved, not wasted away, when there were previous government programs that were just absolutely ludicrous, absolutely wasteful, pointless. Why were we doing this? That's a question that a lot of people are asking, as Elon Musk has already saved the American taxpayer about $700. And this is week 3. This is week 4, but this is the beginning of week 4 of the Trump administration, and Elon Musk having free reign within the government to actually investigate what is happening behind the scenes. So this is big here, as we still have a long ways to go. 100 billion compared to 36.4 trillion, a big ways to go, especially when it comes to balancing the budget, saving the American taxpayer some money, and of course, more importantly, spending our money where it actually matters, where it actually counts here. As these latest disclosures, especially from U.S. aid, financing Bill Gates. Why are we financing a billionaire that believes that there's too many people in this world, that goes to private islands with some really sketchy people, that his wife divorced him over since he clearly didn't want to stop hanging out with really creepy people that like to hurt small children? Why are individuals like that receiving our money? Soros also receiving a huge ton of money. A lot of his initiatives, a lot of his pet projects, a lot of the things that he wanted to do, a lot of people were thinking that he was just financing on his own. Well, it comes out he wasn't even doing that in many instances, where he was using the American taxpayer in order to initiate his larger progressive agenda that was screwing over the American taxpayer. Now, this matters because you saw Bill Gates doing a whole media tour recently and essentially saying, hey, you know, if this funding's cut, funding that was actually going to him that he didn't really disclose, if this funding's cut, many people are going to die here, essentially threatening that there was going to be other natural disasters and, of course, man-made, biologically enhanced horrors that were engineered through a lot of his dangerous gain-of-function work. Oh, yeah, people are just going to die if you don't give us money. And then, of course, we keep hearing all this larger fear-mongering about the bird flu. We keep hearing that there potentially could be an Ebola exposure in New York. And I don't know about you, but I don't believe that's a coincidence there, especially with Bill Gates now finally being cut off from the American taxpayer. I'll get into the deeper down the rabbit hole stuff that he's really a part of on LukeUnfiltered.com. Later on today, I'm going to be doing special broadcast just for members of LukeUnfiltered.com. You got 12 plus years. You got thousands of videos, all centered towards helping you become the best, strongest, most amazing version of yourself. As in my last few videos, we do a fashion makeover. Another video, I tell you the tech aspect of me now being able to become 4 times more productive than I was before, challenging myself in creative ways. I like to challenge you. I like to talk to you. I like having one-on-one communications with you, and we do that through LukeUnfiltered.com, where you also get the ability to call into the show. The link down in the description. Click the link down in the description. Go to LukeUnfiltered.com. Signing up, it's quick, it's easy, it's simple. It's 20 cents a day, and it really makes the biggest difference. As of course, there's even now news that I'm getting that financial services, some banks are even denying people being able to sign up. So that's the type of stuff. You sign up, you get an email login. We're finding out our emails are going to spam. So huge underhanded efforts to try to stop us, to try to destroy us financially, which we've came to on the brink of very recently with another major IRS attack. Your support needed now more than ever. Let's find out what's going on here. I need more people to sign up to let me know, hey, yeah, my bank actually prevents me from signing up to you. Let's find out what's actually going on here, since we need to really understand that there have been larger efforts to stop independent media that have been already implemented in very nefarious, in very awful, illegal ways. Let me know what's going on here. When you sign up, you get access to a Telegram chat. I'm in that Telegram chat. Let's chat. Let's talk. Let's find out what's going on here, since clearly Bill Gates has also been financing a lot of efforts to censor independent media that has been calling him out, since, of course, he's been buying off and investing a lot of money into the corporate media that is now fear-mongering us about the latest, biggest disease and sickness that will kill all these people if Bill Gates doesn't get his money. Convenient how that happens. As I think the biggest disclosure that we just had here is the fact that Elon Musk and DOGE just found $4.7 trillion in treasury payments to untraceable budget lines. Are you kidding me? Where did the money go? And everyone's asking themselves, yeah, we actually don't know where the money went. Where's the detailed accounting for every year? Where's the forensics? Where's the descriptions of, hey, this is where your money is going for? It's unaccounted for? How? How is it unaccounted for? We're talking about huge sums of money that are just being sent back and forth, with people taking cuts, with people enriching themselves, with politicians that have a public salary that doesn't match up to their public wealth, as their private wealth. That is astonishing. That is huge. Now, some people say politicians don't get paid enough, and I would argue, okay, there's an argument to make for that in order to prevent larger corruption from happening, but we don't really need that conversation. We need to have the conversation of, What is DOGE and Elon Musk doing that we could help them do? As they just set up a tip line saying, if you guys know of any fraud, please let us know right now. So if you personally know of any fraud specifically committed by the federal government, any waste of money that they are just spending in corrupt, illegal, fraud ways, I would definitely recommend you guys go on Twitter, go find all the DOGE accounts, go reach out to them, because this is huge here. DOGE just revealed $4.7 trillion untraceable payments. Where's that money going to? Who got it? And we, the American people, still don't know here. I mean, this is levels of financing, of money, of potentially money laundering, illegal activity that highlights a two-tier economic system where we have socialism for the super rich and the people connected with all the politicians and the politicians themselves, while the American people were told to screw themselves. I'm sorry, but that message doesn't resonate anymore with me. I think the status quo, I think these people and their hubris, even protesting this, protesting accountability, protesting our ability to have a government that is transparent here is absolutely important. The IRS collects about $4.7 trillion in taxes annually, okay? So we're saying if we could uncover that, stop that payment, stop that money going from wherever it's going to, we might not even have to pay taxes. That's the scenario that's unfolding here that is absolutely key and crucial as Donald Trump has started the ERS, as there are larger possibilities of the IRS being absolutely disbanded, as already tens of thousands of them are being sent from the IRS buildings to the southern border. Amazing, incredible stuff is happening here as that agency I had a lot of personal dealings with, especially a month right before the election. In about September, October, we got hit with just a massive bill. What's really going on here? I tried to call them. They don't even explain it to you. And then they start just hanging up on you mid-conversation. And I'm like, hey, you guys are offering like huge sums of fees and penalties. We started up SaveLukeNow.com because I was like, I'm bankrupt. I'm destroyed. I am financially just robbed of everything that I ever worked for in my life. And now I'm going to be in this kind of perpetual debt system. Why? I've done everything fairly. You know, I tell all my accounts, dot the I's, cross the T's, make sure everything's done legitimately. And I still got hit here, dealing with this larger kind of unaccountable criminal organization that doesn't give a damn about the American taxpayer, that just scalps them routinely, ritualistically. Yes, get rid of the IRS. Yes, send them to the southern border, as of course this is going to signal some larger, bigger moves here at play here that are really monumental, which truly, and as I said before, and I made this kind of assertion many years ago, the trajectory that Elon Musk was on is a very dangerous one, since he's exposing so much criminality. These criminals don't play by the law. They don't play by the rules. They're not upstanding citizens. They're the opposite of that. And when you expose those people, they usually lash out. That's why you see Bill Gates literally threatening everyone on the corporate media. This is why you're going to see a lot of threats against Musk, a lot of compromising efforts trying to derail him, trying to destroy him. This is why you're going to see the same happen with Donald Trump. And that's why I believe there was larger attempts to take out Donald Trump, because the ramifications here are huge, specifically when it comes to the Epstein list that a lot of these criminals are tied into, especially when it comes to what happened on September 11th in New York City in 2001. And also, a lot of these people are probably connected to, as right before that, there was an audit that the Pentagon failed for trillions of dollars. What? And again, what we have to understand here, this is just the beginning. This is just week 4. The levels of disclosures that we're going to be getting soon are going to be monumental, are going to be vast. I'm here for it. I got my popcorn. I'm strapping in. My boots are being tied up because, man, holy cow, this is an exciting, amazing time to be alive. If you agree, share this video with your friends and family members. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange. Future videos, Bill Gates, and the larger, deeper down the rabbit hole conspiracy that's really being unfolded here that is probably a lot more sinister than we can even fathom or imagine. It gets way worse, and it finally being disinfected, it finally being brought to the light is absolutely freaking beautiful. I love you guys.